From the Queen City of the South, I'm triplestrafe, and these are the last three games that I had in the Eliminations. And as you can see, in this third game, my opponent brought a Termanitan, Garchomp, Arcanine, and Whimsicott. And seeing the team, I know I would have to bring in Talonflame, especially if that Whimsicott decides to do something funny. Termanitan is not as not as hard as you can say. The defenses and special defenses aren't that great. So I just decided to bring in Salamence to intimidate the Darmanitan. Usually Darmanitans are either Life Orb or Choice Scarf. And Garchomp, my Salamence can also deal with Garchomp. I brought in Kangaskhan, just a generally good Pokemon to bring, and I think he brought in Pokemon that scared my Gardevoir out, so I didn't bring my Gardevoir. And of course, our team player for this match and for this tournament is Miltank. So without further ado, let's start the battle. Oops, I have to do this manually. So, looking at his team, I felt that I needed to lead the Talonflame in case he decided to lead off with the Whimsicott, because that Whimsicott is a big problem. So I turned out to do just that, and he does bring in his Whimsicott. Now, that Arcanine would be a problem because it might be carrying Wild Charge, which is an electric type attack. So here I just decided to Brave Bird the Whimsicott slot. I couldn't risk it doing something funny. Stun Spore or something, Encore, Tailwind. So I just Brave Bird that slot, being safe, and it does a decent amount to Garchomp, to be honest. That did a lot for a ground type. Anyway, I just, wow, I am just saying, today, I go for the Thunder Wave on the Arcanine, not expecting it to protect, expecting it to attack or something. So here, I don't know what he does, to be honest, but I'm sure he would attack my Talonflame, seeing as it's a threat to his Whimsicott. So I have to switch out there, brought in my Kangaskhan, and I just go for the Seismic Toss since I didn't attack the Garchomp since it had Rough Skin, and well, Arcanine is carrying the Rocky Helmet, so my Miltank still takes damage this turn. So Garchomp going for the Rock Slide, and Arcanine goes for the Toxic, and again, Miltank being poisoned, which tells me that I need to conserve my Miltank in a way that I need to use it. So I need to value the turns that I have left with Miltank since it is poisoned, so can't have it all the time. Here I go for a Helping Hand, and it's kind of dangerous because he went for the Protect on his Arcanine, so if I had attacked into that slot, that would have been a problem. But thinking, you know, that's a defensive Arcanine, it would carry Protect, Toxic Protect, maybe Morning Sun, some fire attack. I decided to target the Garchomp slot, so it worked out fine this turn. Not a problem for Helping Hand. Mega Kangaskhan coming through. So now he brings in his Darmanitan, and I'm thinking, okay, the only way I can beat this possibly Choice Scarf Darmanitan is to Sucker Punch it with Helping Hand. And I do that, hoping to knock it out, but it's barely not enough. So it goes for the Flare Blitz, and I know it's gonna take some recoil damage, so it is sort of not a big deal to lose my Kangaskhan, because Kangaskhan did his job knocking out Garchomp, and now knocking out Darmanitan, which actually KOs itself because of recoil. And Arcanine going for the Morning Sun, so I know this thing would be a problem, having Recovery and Toxic. So this is a problem, stalling me. Anyway, I know Whimsicott will be coming out, so I bring in my Talonflame, and oddly enough that Whimsicott doesn't have Protect, so here I just go for the safe Brave Bird. Again, I have nothing to lose by going for Brave Bird. I really need to knock that thing out, because that thing is a threat. Okay, stop that. Okay. Sorry about the microphone interference thing. I do manage to knock out the Whimsicott this turn. and I goes for the flamethrower with Arcanine. So he has only one attack, which is flamethrower, and I do have Salamence at the back. Things would have been better if I brought my Darmanitan. I mean, not my Darmanitan, my Gardevoir, I guess. But either way, I'm sure Salamence can take an attack, take a Toxic too. Can just stay in. Won't be a problem for Mega Salamence. What? I'm messing up today. I had a long day. Here I go for the Miltank just to keep my Miltank in play, because I will need it, and I knew he would protect for my Miltank to take some more toxic damage. So here I go for the Helping Hand. Again, it's risky. I should have gone for the Seismic Toss, seeing as this Draco Meteor, as you can see, is apparently not enough to knock out this Arcanine. Problem. So it goes for the Toxic, and you know, I still have I do have other attacks like Stone Edge, Draco Meteor. Again, I can also Draco Meteor. I can always Seismic Toss. Miltank is still in the game. I can just Seismic Toss. I can Milk Drink here, but he doesn't protect. Thinking the game is over. So the game is over. This is the last turn. So knock out his Arcanine. So yep, I took game 3. So I'm now 2-1. And let's proceed to the next game. This is actually the 4th game. I'm not sure, with the saving it messed up for some reason. So this is actually the 4th game, and the one you saw earlier was the 5th game. Anyway, he has a Togekiss. So I think he had another dragon, I'm not sure, but I know he has a Gyarados and he has a Garchomp. So it's a no-brainer for me to bring in Gardevoir. Choice Specs Gardevoir at this time. Salamence, fairly good against Garchomp, and I can do something. I can intimidate the Garchomp and the and the Gyarados. I know I wouldn't deal too well with the man. I'm just not feeling it today. I don't know why. The Togekiss could be a problem, but again, I have Salamence with Stone Edge in case I have to hit it with Salamence, but I'm hoping that won't be the case. And I have Mega Kangaskhan because Mega Kangaskhan is just good against his team, and nothing else would really do much like Talonflame. Talonflame would be intimidated, and there are two like ground and rock types, and Talonflame wouldn't do so much this game. So, and of course I brought in our team player, Miltank. So, without further ado, let's have the battle. So, coming into this match, I know Togekiss would be a big problem against my team. So, and I know he has a Dragon and possibly Mega Gyarados, I'm not sure. So I lead with Gardevoir, Choice Specs Gardevoir. Again, remember it's Choice Specs, and I do trace the Sand Streams. Not that it matters. So, interesting. This turn is very interesting. Here, I had a feeling I wouldn't do much. No, I had a feeling his Tyranitar would protect, or at the very least, I wouldn't do so much damage to the Tyranitar. So I decided to just attack the Garchomp slot. Now it's tricky, risky in fact. I do take this Earthquake. I think I had like a few HP investment, which is good. Go for the Moonblast on the Garchomp slot, Mega Garchomp apparently, and I do knock it out. It's a perfect turn for me here. Let's go for the Thunder Wave, of course, not going through the Protect. Gardevoir did its job, knocking out the Mega Garchomp, which is a huge threat. So it was a very risky play for me to do that. You could have just double protected, but it is what it is. Now he brings in his Gyarados, which is perfect for him because he manages to intimidate my Mega Kangaskhan. But again, for Miltank, Intimidate, Burn, not an issue. Seismic Toss, not dependent on the Burn or the Intimidate or whatever stat drops, just constant something %. So I have Mega Evolve here and fake out the Tyranitar in case it decides to do something funny or probably freeze me. Freeze hacks, you know, always an issue. And I just go for the Thunder Wave on the Gyarados. Apparently my Miltank, I do run some speed on Miltank, and I managed to outspeed the Gyarados here. So Gyarados this turn is paralyzed, so I wasn't sure what it was gonna do. Probably sub or something that would put me in a bit of trouble. So I know it's possible that Tyranitar could protect this turn, so which he does. And again, helping hand would be a big problem because he might not protect with this Tyranitar, he might. So here I go for the double edge on the Gyarados slot, thinking it wouldn't knock it out, but it would deal a lot of damage. And interesting enough, I get a crit, and I do manage to knock out the Gyarados. So an okay turn for me, but I was thinking also that since the Tyranitar would protect, I'd just rather go for the Milk Drink because I need to take back some of my HP from that last Earthquake, and I don't think the Gyarados would attack my Miltank. Okay, here I go for the double edge. Again, this is the real reason why I brought in my Kangaskhan. I do get a crit. Again, I'm -1, but I do get a crit twice in a row, so I knock out the Togekiss. So this is the reason why I brought in Mega Kangaskhan. So just generally good in the game. So Tyranitar going for the Rock Slide. Not gonna do too much, especially that it's spread damage, but I'm sure it will knock out my Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan did its job, so not a problem. I still have one more Pokemon in the back, and Miltank is still in the game, not poisoned, not burned, no status whatsoever. So good things for me to have Miltank here. I go for the Protect on Salamence just in case he decides to go for the Ice Beam, and this way I can get some HP back with my Miltank because I will need it later for a helping hand, and in case just transfer protects for some weird reason, tries to protect. Here Tyranitar just goes for the Rock Slide. I'm not worried at all with the flinching and everything since I am faster. Sandstream is down, so I could go for the Draco Meteor and a Seismic Toss. Again, I'm a bit paranoid to helping hand when I can just Seismic Toss, and Draco Meteor might miss, so Seismic Toss would be a better option for me. I'll go for the Seismic Toss this turn, which is not bad at all. That damage though. Goes for the Rock Slide. It should do a lot to my Salamence, but at -1 it wouldn't do that much, but it does a lot actually. Almost more than half. So I just go for the Draco Meteor, a Seismic Toss, not helping handing anymore because I might miss. And I do knock out his Tyranitar. And so this is Game 4. I take Game 4 now. I'm 3-1. And let's proceed to the 5th game. Now, the 5th game is kind of interesting. I want you to find something. There's something off. There's something wrong when you watch this game. So he has a Dusknoir, and I know that Dusknoir would be a big problem to my team. I should have brought in my Gardevoir, but I was worried about the Metagross. The Metagross is a big problem. Can easily one-hit KO my Gardevoir, so I didn't bring it this game. So what I brought in was Mega Kangaskhan. Again, just good in general. Salamence to intimidate. He had a lot of physical attackers, so I brought in Salamence. And of course, Talonflame, just to make sure that I could get rid of the Metagross, either by Flare Blitzing or by Fire Blasting with Salamence. So let's have the battle. Again, I want you to spot the oddities in this game. So I lead with Kangaskhan and Miltank, a good lead in general. And I know Kangaskhan will be burned at some point, and I don't want to Mega Evolve because I will need its crappy ability. I go for the Fake Out on Dusknoir just to avoid the Will-O-Wisp, hoping I can Thunder Wave the Metagross slot. And this is what happens this turn. So not a bad turn actually. His Metagross goes for the Agility, and of course Dusknoir being faked out doesn't do anything this turn. The Agility doesn't matter. I believe I'm still faster because of the Thunder Wave. So here I have to switch out my Kangaskhan because a Will-O-Wisp is coming my way, and I don't want to bring in Talonflame. I just want to bring in something that can intimidate the Metagross. So I forgot that Metagross gets Clear Body. A mistake on my part, but not a big deal because I can still win the game. It's so early in the game, I'm sure I can bring things back. So it goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so my Stone Edge won't be doing that much, but I wouldn't be Stone Edging anyway, although it would have been helpful. Goes for the Meteor Mash on my Miltank, and my Miltank takes that relatively well actually. Metagross taking some damage from Rocky Helmet, breaking potential focus sashes and whatnot, just in case. Anyway, Salamence takes some burn. I go for the helping hand here. I should have gone for the milk drink actually, but I bet so much on this Fire Blast that it would hit. So I managed to take out the Metagross. Again, a mistake. I should have gone for the milk drink and just Fire Blasted the Metagross. I would have knocked it out anyway. Here, Dusknoir going for the Will-O-Wisp on Miltank. Again, not a problem. Miltank doesn't really care for the burn, although the Toxic, Miltank does care for the Toxic. So, looking okay so far. Not a bad turn either. Not the worst of turns here. So now he brings in Gyarados just to intimidate, and I guess to support his Dusknoir and to intimidate my Miltank. I'm not sure why he would want to do that, but again, here I go for the Draco Meteor, not the helping hand, because I will need Miltank to be on this field. And in case you haven't noticed, just now when I finish there, his Gyarados is level 44, so apparently he hasn't finished training his Pokemon or leveling his Pokemon during the competition. So this really went to his disadvantage here. And Dusknoir going for the Rain Dance. Interesting that he did. And I did see the Kingdra in his set of 6. So I'm thinking he really brought the Kingdra, which has Swift Swim. So I need to conserve my Salamence. So I don't switch it out though. I don't want to take any damage this turn. I don't want my Pokemon in the back to take some damage. Gyarados revealing the Ice Fang, so it's good I didn't switch out anything just yet. Maybe in the next turn. So Gyarados, I do manage to Thunder Wave, and Miltank gets confused with this Confuse Ray. So things get a bit interesting now that my Miltank is confused. But again, Miltank done its job. Doing the Thunder Waving and the helping hand. So doesn't matter that Miltank hits herself for now. I do go for the Draco Meteor on the Gyarados just to take it out because that thing is annoying as heck. So it's a good thing I hit my Draco Meteor, and my special attack now is -4. Not an issue because it's obvious I will switch out either with Kangaskhan or with Salamence. So most likely Kangaskhan, because why not? Kingdra comes out. Now this is a big problem. Now I protect here just to stall out the rain. I don't want to take any damage when I come in. I was afraid that this would be focus energy instead of Swift Swim, but it is in fact Swift Swim. My Miltank hitting itself, not a problem because Dusknoir does get paralyzed. So we're both taking burn damage this turn, all three of us. I do switch out this turn though, because I can't do anything. I need to conserve my Salamence so I can Draco later the Kingdra. So Kingdra going for the Dragon Pulse, not the Ice Beam on my Miltank, because my Miltank does have thick fat. Pretty smart move, but again, Miltank done its job. And the rain has stopped. I managed to stall out the rain. Salamence comes in, and again, if I hit this Draco Meteor, it'll be GG, more or less. Should be. So, I have to go for the Fake Out on the Dusknoir just to avoid the burn early turn. And I go for Draco Meteor. Luckily, I hit. My Habenberry wouldn't help anyway. Yeah, wouldn't really have helped my Habenberry since I have a very low HP and I'm burned, so yeah, knock out the Kingdra, flinch the Dusknoir, and I believe I double edge the Dusknoir, just get a lot of damage on it. Now Salamence could be very useful, so I bring it back because I can still Draco the Dusknoir. Dusknoir having incredible defense and special defense actually, but horrid HP. So here I go for the double edge, and just in case he decides to Will-O-Wisp, this Talonflame does carry the taunt, so this is a good time to use taunt in case he has Pain Split or something funny. But here I decided to Brave Bird. I should have taunted, to be honest, rather than going for the Brave Bird, because I knew he would either Pain Split or Will-O-Wisp. But I just go for the attacking moves, hoping to end the game, and I managed to end the game. So I am at 4-1. 4-1. Now, because of that single loss, I had to compete for third in the actual tournament, and I will be showing you that video within the week, hopefully, because my internet is really sucky right now. So I'm hoping to show you the game's best of 3 in the final game that I had. Really interesting game. I was facing some kind of not a monotype, but a theme, not really a theme, just a major typing thing. So it's a good thing my team not super prepared, but could handle it. Yeah, because my team is a little bit different from what you will see later on. Anyway, guys, hope you like the video. Press the like button if you like it. Subscribe to show your support to my channel, and see ya in the next video.